Shri Yutapad Kamalam, Shri Guram Vaishnavam Cha, Shri Rupam Sagrajatam, Saha Gana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam, Sadvaitam Savadutam, Parijana Sahitam, Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Radha Krishna Padan, Sahagana, Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitam Cha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Deen Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesh Gopika Kanta, Sri Radha Kanta Namastute, Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishavanu Sute Devi, Pranamami Hari Priye, Vancha Kalpataruvesha, Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Together everyone, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Namah Vishnu Vidaya Krishna Prasthaya Putale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharne Nirvise Shunyavadi Paschatane Satami. Hare Krishna, all the Brahmacharis. Whatever I say, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, please listen carefully and follow that and perfect the mission of this human form of life. Mission of this human form of life is to return back home, back to Godhead. Out of Krishna's causeless mercy, we got this human form only for this purpose, which we should all remember. There are 8,400,000 different species of life, and there are 400,000 different forms of human beings. Generally, they are not cultured, they have no culture. This culture is only in India, where it was also declining there. But Lord is very merciful. He sent His pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada, to save this ancient and the oldest culture, oldest religion. Old is gold, repeat.
Old is gold.
And gold is never old.
Gold is never old.
This culture was declining, so Srila Prabhupada has revived. So we are all indebted to Srila Prabhupada. What he has given us, nobody could give in the past, nobody to speak of the future. This is matchless gift of Srila Prabhupada. So how we can perfect the mission of human form of life, that we are going to discuss. First and foremost thing in this is celibacy, Brahmachari. You have that Bhagavatam, Brahmachari Gurukule Vasantanti Guruhitam. Someone can get this verse. this brahmacharya celibacy is very, very important. If we are really interested to accomplish the mission of this human form of life, then we must follow this. Celibacy is very, very important. And if one who is not celibate, one is busy in merrymaking, then he should forget, he cannot return back home, back to Godhead for millions of lives to come. He will keep on changing different bodies, body to body, body to body. Why brahmacharya is so important? Our Vedic culture was beginning when boy is 4 or 5 years old, his parents will send him to the Gurukul. Lord Ram is their 4 brothers, Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrughan, Lord Krishna. They all went to Gurukul. So, from the beginning of one's life, this training was given to stay celibate. Consider all the women as their mother. Personally, Prabhupada taught me that you should call all women's mother, Mataji. Even by his mercy, I call my disciples, Mataji's disciples, I call them Mataji. Mother. Mother is respectable. So, it's Kali Yuga. People are falling down. And main reason of falling down only this. Association with the opposite sex. This drives us crazy. We cannot understand the things as they are. Why this is forbidden in the spiritual life? Because this is totally on the bodily platform. And what is this? Why it is so powerful? Prabhupada has explained in the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, verse 36, Arjuna is asking question to Sri Krishna. Shri Arjuna Vach, Atha kena prayuktoyam papam chariti purushaha anichannapi varshanya valadiva nijojita. O descendant of Vrishni, Lord appeared in this Vrishni lineage. O descendant of Vrishni, why a jiva, some unwillingly, he is not willing, he is forced to commit sinful activities. What is this? Then Prabhupada explained in the purport of this verse, we are all pure living entities free from all material contamination. Why sometimes against our will we commit sinful activities? It's not that he wants to commit sinful. Jiva, he doesn't want to commit sinful. Still something is forcing him. In the purport, Prabhupada is saying, some people say whatever we do is the will of God. This committing sinful activity is not the will of the God. There is another reason which is explained by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 3, verse 37. 36 Arjuna spoke, 37 is the answer of Krishna. Shri Bhagavanu Vacho Kamesha Krodesha Rajogun Samudbhava Mahatchano Mahatpapma Vidyenam Yivarinam Arjuna, this is a lust which arises in contact with the material mode of passion and then it turns into wrath, and which is all devouring sinful activity, sinful enemy of this material world. This attraction to the woman is all devouring sinful activities of this material world. We are kept in this material world by this sex attraction. But this material world is not our home. We are not from here. Sooner or later, me, you, he, she, we shall be kicked out of here. So while I am here, this is sure as death. Death is sure for everyone. So if I am not from here, then what I am supposed to do? But out of ignorance, what I am trying to do, I am trying to make a permanent home in a temporary situation. This is the gross ignorance of a jiva. It's the foolishness of a jiva. And this foolishness is very prevalent in this part of land. People think man, woman, this is the purpose of life. This is available in the animal kingdom without any discrimination. Lord Rishabdev is explaining the Bhagavatam, Nayam dek dek bhajan na loke kashtan kam harate bid bujam je. Tapo divyam putrakayena satyam shuddha ye samad brahma saukyam tavantam. My dear sons, this human body is not meant for sense enjoyment, not meant for sense gratification, which is very easily available to the stool eaters, hogs and dogs. Birbujam, stool eater animals, very easily available to them. For a hog, for a dog, mother can be wife also, sister can be wife, daughter can be wife. This is a hog and dog, without any discrimination. So in this human form, Lord Rishabdev is stressing on this point, my dear sons, this body is meant for perform to austerity and penances. To perform austerity, to purify our existence. Right now, our existence is not pure. We don't know what to do and what not to do. One thing is very important. When one is busy in sense enjoyment, he has no sense of perception. He cannot recognize who's who. He will call a gentleman as a thief and thief as a gentleman. He is a madman. One who is after sense enjoyment is a madman. And madman is preparing a royal road to hell. And he has to suffer there. He has to suffer there perpetually. But Krishna's mercy through Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada so emphatically stressed on this point, and he gave this Krishna consciousness to the people of this tract of land. This Los Angeles is Prabhupada's Western World headquarters, he said himself. This is my Western World headquarters. So, he has a power, spiritual power, bhakti mein shakti. He was so great devotee of Srila Prabhupada. He used to talk to Krishna. You people know this. There's one happening, took place in Jhansi. What was the happening? The happening was, there was Janmashtami celebration. 12 o'clock Janmashtami celebration is finished, and Now Prabhupada in his room in Jhansi, and there Prabhupada, Mardanga around his neck, and he's playing Mardanga and dancing and chanting and very happy. And he has big garland of Kadamba flower, very big garland. First devotee of Srila Prabhupada, first person to whom Prabhupada initiated, his name was Acharya Prabhakar. He came to Prabhupada's room when Prabhupada was chanting and dancing. Prabhupada didn't reply him anything. Next day, when Prabhupada was sitting on his seat, so he came to him, he said, Prabhupada, last night too, after Janmashtami program, you were very happy, chanting, dancing, and you had a big Kadamba flowers garland around your neck. Prabhupada revealed the truth. Last night he didn't, but now he revealed the truth. He said, after Janmashtami celebration, when I came to my room, Krishna appeared before me. And he gave me this garland. The Kadamba flower is not available in Jhansi. He gave me this garland. When I got up to touch him, he disappeared. This is our Prabhupada. Prabhupada is very, very special personality. He is an empowered incarnation to save the humanity from going to dogs. Those who are after sense enjoyment, as I mentioned, they cannot understand the thing as the other. Screws of their brains are loose. And when screws are loose, they act like a madman. What is the madness? Madness is making big, big skyscraper buildings, palatial arrangement, eat, drink and be merry. These are all madness. Lord Rishabdev said, my dear sons, this body is not meant for sense enjoyment, which is easily available to the stool eaters, cats and dogs, hogs and dogs. This human body is meant tapo divyam putraka yena satyam, to perform austerity and purify yourself and to attain the stage of bhakti. Bhakti means totally dependence upon Krishna. Bhakti prashanubhava viraktasya anyatra cha. Totally dependent upon Krishna. We are totally dependent upon Him and we do what Krishna wants us to do. This can be done only by pure devotion, by bhakti, not by any other means. Dependence upon Krishna is possible only by devotional service. Lord Himself in Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, is explaining purpose of life is to know Krishna. Purpose of life is to go to Krishna. So He is explaining how you can know me, how you can come to me. Lord Sri Krishna is saying, Bhaktya mama vijanati yavan jasyasmi tatvata tato mam tatpato gyatva vishati tadanantaram. I can be known as I am only by devotional service. As Krishna, to know Krishna as He is, if we come to His shelter, surrender 100% unto His lotus feet, and that is only possible when we free ourselves from sense enjoyment. If my mind is in the senses, sense enjoyment, I cannot come to the shelter of Krishna. This sense enjoyment won't let me come to the shelter of Krishna. If I free myself by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada from sense enjoyment, then only I can come to the shelter of Krishna, not otherwise. So, it's very, very important to be a celibate. Celibacy is very important. If one cannot control his senses, then Krishna says, there are 8,400,000 species of life. You want sense enjoyment? Then go to those species. Go become dog, become a hog. Nobody will check you. Go. and suffer perpetually. Devotees we don't understand. Unless a pure devotee, a Mahabhagavat, like Srila Prabhupada is there to explain us. There are so many orators, so many speakers, but they don't know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada sent me in Africa. I stayed in that region, Africa, for 6 years, almost 6 years. So there one very big orator came from India, Gujarati. Oh, so many people go to listen to him. Pin drop silence. He was so expert speaker. Even I became attracted to him. I went to meet him and then I said, let me find out about this guy, I said, you give so beautiful lectures. Who is the supreme among all those devas and devis? He said, Lord Shiva. He has no understanding. He cannot understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So many big, but nobody is pure. Some can become very big orator, big speaker, but if they have no devotion, then there will be no emotion. No devotion, no emotion. When there is no emotion, only commotion, problems. And then there will be no promotion to the spiritual world. One should remember this notion. Devotion is very important. And it can be performed only nicely by Brahmachari. Brahmachari can think always of Krishna. One who is not Brahmachari, till the end of his life, is making some plans, I will do this, I will do that. And whatever, next moment, death comes and is all the plans. Prabhupada used to say, with one stroke of death, everything is finished. But foolish people don't understand. So, I wish all of you people were very interested to listen to me, understand devotional service. Devotional service, you don't get anything in return. Then only you will have Krishna Prem. As it is in the Bhagavatam, Save Pumsa Paro Dharmo Yato Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahetuki Apratihata Yayatma Suprasidati. Devotional service to the Supreme Lord should be unmotivated and uninterrupted. No motivation. Then only one can have Krishna Prem. As Lord Chaitanya, Shikshastak, what is he saying? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam bhajagadisha kame, mam janmani janmani ishvare, bhavatad bhaktir ahit kitvayi. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. Then what do you want? Nor do I want to become a big orator, big speaker. Then what do you want? I only want your causeless devotional service. No cause. Only that devotional service will purify us. Purify our consciousness. The one story I tell I like very much. There were two devotees, husband and wife, in Maharashtra. They were pure devotees. And their names were Ranka and Banka. Ranka was the husband and Banka was the wife. Ranka and Banka, they were so pure but living hand to mouth. So, one another devotee, Namdev, great saint of Maharashtra. Namdev also saw them. He complained to Krishna, he said, my Lord, they are your so pure devotees, but you don't give them anything. Lord replied to Namdev, I want to give, but they don't want to take anything. So Namdev was a little doubtful that Krishna doesn't give to his pure devotees. Okay, let's go, we will give him. I will give him. So both husband and wife are coming from other direction. Mother Banka has covered her face A chaste woman don't show even their face to another man. This is the Vedic culture. This is the ancient culture. She is walking behind the husband with covered face, and Ranka is walking in the front. So Krishna put pile of gold coins. You say, I don't give, you say, Namdev, I'm giving now. When husband saw, he was in the front, wife was in the back. When he saw gold coins, he thought, if we take these gold coins, then we won't be able to perform devotional service. In spite of thinking of Krishna, we will think of these gold coins. But my wife is coming behind. If she will say, my dear husband, Krishna sent his gold coins, let us take and have some nice or live nicely, we have nothing, then I won't be able to say no to her. She was little back, so what Ranka started doing, put some dirt on the gold coins, cover them, out of sight, out of mind. While he was putting the dirt, Mother Banka came. She saw me. So what are you doing this? You're putting dirt on dirt? For her, gold coins were not better than dirt. Everything is coming from dirt. So he felt sorry. I was thinking, but she is more advanced than me. So both Krishna and Namdev were watching from behind the tree. Now then Namdev understood, my Lord. Those who have your pure devotional service, they don't want anything material. Okay, let's help them, Krishna said. And what how do you make a living? Go to the forest, gather some woods, sell them, and some little money better they get, they serve Krishna, and this way they were living. Let's go to the forest where they gather the wood to help them. They went, both Krishna and Namdev, they gathered the wood and made the bundle of wood, dry wood. They kept the bundle, they will take. When they both came, so somebody else has come before us and he has tried. They didn't take that bundle. So now, even Namdev is also wondering, see, they so advanced. So this is pure devotion. To attain pure devotion, we have to try our level best to free ourselves from material desires. Prabhupada used to say, desire cannot be finished, but they can be spiritualized. We spiritualize, our only desire is to serve Krishna. Only desire is to become pure devotee of Krishna. We should not have annavilashata shunnam. Like Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada said, annavilashata shunnam. Material desire must be zero. No more material desire. Jnana karmadi navritam. Many become big orator, big speaker. That is also not required. Kali Yuga people only devotion to Krishna. Little knowledge is okay. This much knowledge is also sufficient. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and my business is to serve Him, my business to attain His prem. Simple thing. Gopis in the bridge, in the Vrindavan, they were illiterate girls, but pure devotion they have for Krishna. They are totally dedicated to Krishna. They didn't care for anybody else. So we should spiritualize our desires, only desire to serve Krishna. Service is our business. A is serving B, B is serving C, C is serving A, we are serving each other. But serving each other, we are not happy. Only when we learn to serve Krishna, then only we can become happy. Service to Krishna can only make us happy. And one who becomes servant of Krishna, actually we are originally all servant of Krishna. Then why we gave up that service? Lord Sri Krishna is independent. He is not dependent upon anyone. Same way, we are his part and parcel. We also have got independence. We are like a spark from the fire, big fire, little spark. For example, Prabhupada has given ocean and drop of ocean. Drop of ocean and ocean, same qualities. Drop is also salty, whole ocean is also salty. The difference is, ocean is very big, drop is very small. We like that drop. But qualitatively same, quantitatively different. One quality of Krishna, he is not dependent upon anyone. Totally independent personality of God. We also have got that independence, minute independence. And we have misused that minute independence given to us by Krishna. What was the misuse? We wanted to enjoy independent of him. No. We are Krishna's children, we are his part and parcel. We cannot enjoy independent of him. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned, Krishna bhuliya jiva bhoga vamsha kare. Jiva, he wants to enjoy independent of Krishna. That enjoyment is the nature of the jiva. But then now he is not dependent upon Krishna, then he fall down from his original position. Krishna says in the spiritual world, you have to be dependent upon me. And if you want to be independent, Krishna doesn't force anybody. So we fell down from the spiritual world here to the miserable material world. Go to the material world, nobody is going to check you. You do what you like to do. But still Krishna is so merciful, he comes here, like sent sometime like pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, because we are his children. He is worried for us. As he said in the Bhagavad Gita, Mame vamso jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana. All the jivas are my part and parcel, they are eternal. These bodies are temporary. Soul within the body is eternal. In this temporary body, our only business is to elevate that soul. And how we can elevate? Through this body, through our senses, we serve Krishna. We try to become conscious of Krishna. What Prabhupada has given to the whole world, Krishna consciousness. Whole thing is consciousness. Right now our consciousness is polluted and we don't know. Me, you, he, she, we don't know. One day we are going to sit in a very big test. What is that test? Any Brahmachari knows here? One day we are going to sit in very big test. Yes. Departing from this world. Nobody can stay here. Out of ignorance we like to stay here. And we are trying to make a permanent home in a temporary situation. I remember there was one saint. He got a benediction for living very long life, maybe 500,000 years. So he is staying at the bank of Holy River, open and meditating upon the Supreme Lord. The one person came to him, my dear saint, you have benediction to live for so long. Sometime it is heat, sometime it is cold, sometime it is raining. So why don't you make a small hut here, live in that hut? So what was the reply of that saint? Saint said, after this long life, I am going to die. Yes. Then why I should create the hut and become attached to the hut? One is going to live so long, he don't want any attachment because understanding is proper, because of purity. And we are impure, we only make big buildings, palatial buildings. Then what happens? When times of departing comes, then we don't want to live. What is going to happen to this whole thing? We stay attached to these temporary things. So the advice is, from the very beginning of our life, we don't become attached to anything of this material world. We practice detachment from this material world an attachment to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is possible by Navdha Bhakti, 9 process of devotional service. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pada Sevanam Archanam Bandhanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atam Navedanam. Shravanam, hearing about Krishna. Shravanam Kirtan, talking about Krishna, chanting his name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama. Remember one thing. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Vishnu and Krishna both are same. Vishnu is the expansion of Krishna. Many people don't have this understanding. They say that Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu. But Bhagavad explains, Srila Shukdev Maharaj is explaining, Ete chamsa kalapam sam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari vyakulam lokam mridayanti yuge yuge. Krishna has so many kind of incarnations. According to time, place and circumstances, he appeared to help the jivas. But then he is saying that Ete chamsa kalapam sam. Kalavatar, Anshavatar, Manvantara they are explained Krishna. But Krishna is not avatar. He is avatari. What is the meaning of avatari? Avatari means the source of all other incarnations. So it's Prabhupada's mercy. He gave this beautiful understanding to we fallen people of Kali Yuga. We are very fallen. We have so many bad habit qualities. Lust, anger, greed, envy, aversion, false ego. So many bad qualities we have. But Krishna, very kind, through Prabhupada, gave this understanding to us. Because without this understanding, we cannot perfect the mission of this human form of life. So, Brahmachari, very important. All of you remember, call all the Mataji, young or old Matajis, all the women's Mataji, mother. Think, you are also born through a woman. Your birth came from a Mataji. So consider all the women like your mother. Respectful to all the Matajis. Actually, this is in the scriptures. It's said by the Chanakya Pandit. Chanakya Pandit explaining who is the real Brahmin. Matravar Pardareshu. Matravar Pardareshu Pardrabeshu Lostvat. Atmavat Sarvbhuteshu Sa Pashyati Sa Pandita. Prabhupada has quoted many places Chanakya Pandit, Chanakya's teaching. He was a great Brahmin and great personality. So, he's saying, Matravar Pardareshu. To others' wives, you consider your mother. Matravar Pardareshu Pardrabeshu. To others' money, wealth, just like a dirt for you. You have no eyes on others' wealth. Atmavat Satbhuteshu. You consider everyone like yourself. What does it mean? If somebody abused me, I don't like. You should not abuse to anyone. Someone call me bad names I don't like. Why you are calling bad name to others? Matravar Pardareshu Pardrabeshu Lostabat Atmavat Sarvbhuteshu Sa Pashyati Sa Pandita. He is a Brahmin. Now, Kali Yuga. So Prabhupada has made Brahmin. Not by Janma, by Karma. Like Krishna's Janma. Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoveti Tatvataha Tyaktva Deham Punar Janma Neti Mameti Suarjuna. Lord is explaining in Bhagavad Gita, my birth and my activities are transcendental, Divya. And one who understands my birth and my activities, Tyaktva Deham, after giving up this body, no more birth again. Tyaktva Deham Punarjanmaneti, no birth again. And he will come to my abode. This is the purpose of life. So, Brahmachari, to be a Brahmachari, very Prabhupada, see his spiritual power. Many of you heard of Prabhupada's name, but by the mercy of Krishna, Radharani, Gaur-Nitai, their mercy, I had the personal association of Srila Prabhupada. I personally stayed with him. He, by his mercy, he kept me personally with him. Such a situation came and said, you be my servant. Such a great soul is very rare. I told you the greatness of, and there's another thing happening in Russia. क्या उस माता जी का क्या नाम है? नाम बता. One माता जी in Russia, she was preaching, dancing. Prabhupada purified Russia also. He went there also. And this KGB people, they didn't like preaching because they are atheists. Russians, no little change is there, but Russians are atheists generally. KGB people arrested this Mataji, ISKCON devotee, and they put her into prison. When they put her into prison, she started preaching to the prisoners also, chanting, dancing. This is a big problem. And the prisoners started becoming devotees. So now KGB police was fed up from her because they are atheists. Their philosophy, there is no God. And they will only see God as a death. They won't like to see God in his original form. They will see him. Like Krishna said, Mrityu sarvas harashaham. One who doesn't come to my shelter, then I come as a death and take everything away from him. So then they hired, this KGB people hired one witch. Everybody understand witch?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Yes.
Explain to everybody.
She's a sorcerer.
Huh?
Like a woman who made like how do you call
Potions and spells.
Potion and spells.
And can control people.
Huh?
Spelled incantations.
Yeah, yeah. So this woman came and this Mataji sitting one place in the chair and she started doing, blessing to her, She remember first, Nrsimhadev. Nothing happened. Then she started chanting Hare Krishna. Nothing happened. Then what happened? This woman is doing her business. She chanted, Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvisi Shunyavadi Paschatandit. You know what happened? Immediately Prabhupada appeared near her with a stick in his hand. Showed to that woman, I'm going to kill you. So this woman said, I'm not doing. She started running. Police people, KGB people, one police here, standing nearby her, near this witch. And I'm going. He said, do your business. Say, you can't see. I am seeing that old man standing. He is very powerful. He's going to kill me. I'm going. And she didn't do anything. And she left. This is Prabhupada. So understand, Prabhupada is very, 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 very special devotee of Krishna. If you have faith in him, he will protect you. He will help you. The Kali Yuga is full of dirty things. Like Bhagavatam Shlok. Kalo doshe nidhi rajan asti hi ek mahan guna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha paramrajen. Only good quality of this age of Kali is this Hare Krishna mantra. Kirtana deva krishnasya, this Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Simply by chanting this, one can attain the supreme destination. This is a good quality. And who gave this Mahamantra? Prabhupada. Prabhupada, he started in India. Indian people are so foolish. They are only interested to become westernized. And when India became independent, the so-called ruler, they were all rascals. They were all atheists. And they were spoiling the culture, Vedic culture, they Sanskrit, they abolished all kind of nonsense. But then Krishna sent his representative, Prabhupada. First Prabhupada came, then by Prabhupada's mercy, now the PM of India is a believer of God, is a believer of Krishna. He talks of Prabhupada, he says Prabhupada, he dedicated his life to the preaching Bhagavad Gita. Speaks so nice about Prabhupada and ISKCON. He goes to the ISKCON program and he's helping. So, Vedic culture, remember one thing, this Vedic culture is the oldest available on earth. Oldest. Old is gold, repeat.
Old is gold.
And gold is never old.
And gold is never old.
If you have 1,000 years gold, it will get spoiled? Huh?
No.
No. Gold is always gold, never old. So Prabhupada gave this gold, this our Krishna consciousness, gave this, ancient and oldest culture. Actually, this Vedic culture, this dharma, is given by Krishna himself. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat parnitam, given by Krishna himself. It is need to follow. And one thing, main I will stress to all of you, you may have so many desires, but try to practice. Krishna has advised that. Follow the Krishna's advice. Unless and until our mind is purified, our mind is very fickle. Our mind is running here and there. What is the advice of Krishna? Krishna says that first Arjuna expressed his inability to control the mind. He said, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, paramathi balbhadradam, tasyaham nigraham manne, vayur eva sadushkaram. My dear Lord Krishna, it's very difficult to control the mind. One may be able to control the wind, but nobody can control the wind. It's difficult, more difficult to control the mind. Then what is the reply of Krishna? Krishna said, Asamshayam mahabaho, O powerful Arjun, mano durni graham chalam. It's very difficult to control the mind. But then if Krishna is saying then he gave the recommendation. Supreme Personality of Godhead is giving the recommendation how the mind will be controlled. Remember this thing. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagena chakriyate. Keep on practicing. Like when we chant Mahamantra, mind runs and here and there. Again try to chant, again try to chant. Abhyas. Second thing, vairagyena chakriyate. Vairagya means nothing belongs to me. If something belongs to you, then you cannot say this, but think about what belongs to you. Anything belongs to anybody? Nobody is saying anything. Maybe California people, everything belongs to them. And nothing belongs to you. You may say or may not say. When we were born, my hands were closed. When you will leave, hand will be open. What you are going to take from here? You brought nothing, you are going to take nothing. Now you are working for nothing. Don't work for nothing. Work for Krishna. This is the advice. This is the message. Lord Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that Yat karoshi, yadashnashi, yat johosi, dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya, tat kurusha madarbram. O son of Kunti, whatever you do, you should do as for offering towards me. If you give some charity, give to me. If you eat my prasadam. You work for me. In the 9th chapter is saying, Manmana ba mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskaru mame veshasya yuktabe mat manam mat parayana. Become my devotee, pay your obeisance unto me, come to my shelter. This is the advice of Krishna. This is what we are supposed to do. Other than this we are doing, it's a waste of time. Dear devotees, in general, we are wasting the time, but we should not waste the time. We should make the best use of this time. Best use of this time is to only becoming conscious of Krishna and just take to this chanting process. Beginning means, Lord Chaitanya has recommended, Uthite, vasite, khaite, shuite. Standing, sitting, eating, sleeping. Yatha tatha naam le. Just chant the name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Come to the shelter of Krishna. This is what Krishna is saying. Krishna is asking us to surrender. Let us try to practice this surrender. By the mercy of Prabhupada, then Radharani and Krishna. Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Radha Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam,
Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam,
Shri Prabhupada Sharanam, Prabhupada Sharanam, Srila Prabhupada Sharanam, Prabhupada Sharanam, Prabhupada Sharanam,
Prabhupada Sharanam, Prabhupada Sharanam,
Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna
Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam,
Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Radha Sharanam,
Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Radha Sharanam,
Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri Radha Sharanam,
Shri Radha Sharanam, Shri
Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Shri Krishna Charanam, Shri Krishna Charanam, Shri
Krishna
Sharanam, Shri Krishna Sharanam,
Shri Krishna
Shri Radha Sharanam, 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 Srila Prabhupada 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 Sharanam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga,
Nitai Gauranga,
Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga,
Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga.
Jaya Sachidandan, Jaya Sachidandan,
Jaya Sachidananda, Jaya Sachidananda.
Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari,
Gaura Hari, Gaura Hari.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Hari Bol,
Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada,
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaur Premanande. Two times Hari Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari. Now jump and touch the roof, okay? Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Since he has changed the dress, and now he doesn't want to jump, Lethargicness came immediately. Hari Bol! 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 Hello, Gaur Hari Bhagavan ki jai. So, this chanting is very, very important. What this chanting will do, this chanting was inaugurated by the Supreme Personality of God and Sri Krishna himself. This chanting will cleanse the mirror of our heart. My heart is filled with lust, anger, greed, envy, aversion, false ego, all the dirty qualities. We can cleanse our body with soap and water. We can wash the clothes with soap and water. But we cannot cleanse our heart, our mind with soap and water. Can we? No. Maybe in Los Angeles? No? How it can be cleansed? Only by Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
only by chanting and not by nothing else. So please, all of you become very staunch Brahmachari and return this lifetime back home. How many of you not want to return back and come back to the Los Angeles? Raise your hands.
I don't want to come back.
I said you.
I don't.
I said those who don't want to come back.
Oh,
Very good. You are from which place?
I'm from here. Originally from Portland.
Portland, Oregon. You are American. Which background? German or British?
Welsh, British.
British. So, Prabhupada wish all of us to return back home, back to Godhead. And now it's up to us. If we qualify ourselves, then definitely we can return. And qualification is only Krishna consciousness. When the end of our life will come, we should be thinking of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. That is the perfection of life. And it's not so easy to think of Krishna at the end of one's life unless one has practiced very severely, seriously in this lifetime. And it is possible by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram.
Hare Rama.
Hare Ram.
Hare Rama.
Ram Ram.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Prabhu Nityananda.
Shri Advaita.
Shri Advaita.
Gadadhar.
Radha.
Shri Vasadi.
Shri Vasari.
Gaur Bhakta.
Gaur Bhakta.
Vrinda.
Vrinda.
Nama Om.
Nama Om.
Vishnu Padaya.
Vishnu Padaya.
Krishna Prishtaya.
Krishna Pristaya.
Bhutale.
Bhutale.
Srimate.
Srimate.
Bhakti Vedanta.
Bhakti Vedanta.
Swami.
Swami.
Iti Namane.
Iti Namane.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Saraswati Deve.
Saraswati Deve.
Gauravani.
Gauravani.
Pracharane.
Pracharane.
Nirvisesh.
Nirvishesha.
Shunyavadi.
Shunyavadi.
Paschatya Desh. Tarane. Hare Krishna. Any question? Yes. You came so late, what question you will ask? You haven't listened to me. You came just now.
Can I ask a question? I do have a question, but it's going to be obviously unrelated to your lecture, which I wasn't here for.
Oh, so you, okay, all right. Go ahead.
Okay.
We
So in the
permit
section-
you as a special case.
Thank you. In the section of the Bhagavatam that we're studying now, it's describing that because, Diti and Kashyapa Muni had intercourse at the wrong time, so it's describing how she's trying to keep the semen in her womb for 100 years, and during this period, it's blocking the sun, it's blocking the moon, the demigods are being disturbed, and they're going to Lord Brahma. So my question is, what's the connection? What's the connection between them breaking the regulative principle, so to speak, and this manifestation? It's manifesting externally. It's disturbing the way the universe is operating. How do you understand?
Actually, Kashyap Muni, whole human race comes from him. You know this?
Kashyapa Muni.
Huh? We are coming from. Our original father is Kashyap.
Wife.
Yes. So Diti and Aditi. Aditi, she gave birth to the demigods. Diti, she gave birth to the demons. So it's one family. So when some impious things are taking place, some wrong persons not following the rules and regulations, like Diti didn't follow this. This is mentioned Prabhupada, but shameless. She's shameless woman. And then this whole cosmos was disturbed by that. Their bad action. You understand?
Yeah. So it's like a reaction to impious.
Yeah. Why you change your color?
No, I'm always white.
You are always white.
Yeah.
Before you were not saffron? Never.
Well, let's see. Last time I was saffron was 1983.
So why you changed then?
Huh?
Why you changed from 1983?
Oh, I was encouraged to get married. And
Oh, no, you are not married, eh?
I am married. So.
Oh my God. Chances are down, You know what Prabhupada said? 50% chances are remote for a householder to return back home. 50% chances are remote. Very hard working. How many children you have?
I have one son.
How old are you?
Me, 72.
72? Now you retire, you just take sannyas now. For how many years you are married?
27. I mean, to be honest, I've been married twice. 20. Altogether, this is 40 years.
Well, now finished, okay? No more. Now you take one plus sannyas. Okay, any other question anybody has? Yes.
Maharaj, how I was emailing Radhe Shyam Prabhu about your visit, and he was talking about your time when you used to visit Pune in the early days. And he said that one of the things that's good to ask you about is the holy names and developing a taste for chanting and relishing that chanting in kirtan and in japa. So can you speak about developing a deeper attraction and taste for the chanting of Krishna's names?
You know, as I was mentioning, chapter 6, Arjun expressed his inability to control the mind. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, paramathi valabhadradam, tasya ham nigraham anne vayu reva sadishkaram. I touched this subject little. So, but Lord has recommended, this you should remember and he should also. Lord said, asamshayam mahabaho mano durni graham charam. O mighty armed Arjun, it's very difficult to control the mind. But then, Krishna is saying also, then how we will control? Then Lord has recommended, abhyasena tu kaunteya. Vairagena chagriyate, practice. Bring again and again mind to the lotus feet of Krishna, again chanting. When you keep on doing this, one day it will come automatically. Vairagya, and keep in your mind, one day I am going to leave everything. I am not this body was born here, I am going to live here. I am soul, and I am part and parcel of Super Soul Sri Krishna. Remember these two things. Recommendation of Krishna. There is one saying in Hindi, करत करत अभ्यास से जड़मति होत सुजान रस्सी आवत जात से शिला पड़त निशान. Meaning, people fetch water from the bell. You understand bell? Deep bell. You understand? They put the rope and the bucket inside. When they are taking water out, and the surrounding of bell is a stone, made of stone. Again, rope is a soft thing. Again and again touching the hard stone, there is a sign on that. Practice make man perfect. Two things. Abhyas and virag. Always think, I'm going to die one day. I don't know when that is going to come. I'm not from here. My business is only think of Krishna, serve him, become his pure devotee. You understand? What's your name?
Devabrata Das.
Devabrata, who's your guru?
His Grace by Sheshika Prabhu.
So this is, recommended. What is the next question? They don't have, they are all convinced, yes.
Maharaj, isn't it okay though? Like say, okay, I'm 72 years old, I'm in the Grihastha ashram, but following the regulative principles and fully engaged in devotional service. Is that okay?
But then time is there, Like before, people used to live for 100 years. Shastra divided 25 years brahmachari.
Yeah.
25 to 50, household, 25 years. 50 to 75, banpras, then sannyas. If one lives for 100 years, then. Nobody lives for 100 years nowadays.
Is it really necessary? I mean, I can't see how I'd be any more fully engaged in devotional service as a sannyasi than what I'm doing now. I mean, I get up, I go to the morning program, I go out on book distribution, come back.
That's good.
The program will be the same, I would think. So,
You will be able to remember at the time of departing?
don't know, I'm trying.
Huh? But I told you what Shastra is saying.
Okay.
Still it depends upon individuals.
Maharaj, you were mentioning that you had lots of association with Srila Prabhupada. Would you be kind enough to share some of your memories of Srila Prabhupada and your time with Srila Prabhupada?
Prabhupada is very special personality, special saint. You see his work, phalena parchite. Things are judged by the result. See Prabhupada's work, single-handedly he started this movement. No money, 70 years age. Huh? How can he? This shows his greatness. He's totally dependent upon Krishna. Krishna was with him all the time. Even when Prabhupada was traveling by boat to America, coming to Boston, even that time also Krishna came in his dream. So, Prabhupada, very, very special Vaishnava. And before I met Prabhupada, I have met quite a good number of saints in India. That was my hobby from my young age. My mother was very fond of saints, and she was very religious lady. So, by her mercy, I was also interested in saints. So my desire from childhood was only this, that I should become saint one day. I didn't want to go to household life. So it was Krishna's arrangement, rather you can say it was divine arrangement that I happened to meet Prabhupada. Nobody gave me any book about Prabhupada. Nobody gave me preached about Prabhupada. Still I came to Prabhupada. Totally the divine arrangement. You understand? So, before I met Prabhupada, at the age of, when I was, now I am 77. At the age of about, you can say 17, I came to Vrindavan, ran away from my home. So Prabhupada was also there at that time, but unfortunately I couldn't meet him. Time was not there to meet him. I came to Vrindavan, and because I was spiritually inclined, my young age, the saint with whom I came, he was only saint by name, but not by action. His actions were wrong. I saw in his ashram, so I became fed up. So then my family member, my mother, father both came and they took me away from there. You understand? So then I was wondering, I didn't like there. Again I ran away, and then I didn't go back. So then I was in Delhi and preparing to come to US. There was one of my friend, he was a professor in University of Seattle, Washington.
What year is this now?
That year, maybe somewhere in 60s, I don't remember. So this person, no, it was later on. When I came to Vrindavan, then it was around 60. So this, I was preparing, and this, my friend of mine, Professor Sigler, he wanted me to come to US in Seattle. And he said, you come and you find out how the cotton cloth you can import to the US. I was making inquiry in the cotton cloth shop. in Delhi, in Connaught Place. So I was talking to the manager, inquiring from him. He was showing me his different products. Then his office was on the first floor. Then he came down on the ground floor, show me the different products. When we came to downstairs from his office, there I saw two devotees. One was Patit Udharan, other was Bhakta Kirk. They were, the Patit Udharan was from San Francisco. I think Bhakta Kirk was also from there. So I saw them shaven heads with the shikha. I said, these white guys with the shikha. We Indians feel shy to keep shikha, you know. But this white guy has a shikha. It was divine arrangement. Then I gave up that cotton business, started following them. Wherever they were going, I started going there. But they were avoiding me. They said, who is this boy with us, you know. Then this way I ended up in a Delhi temple. That time temple was in a house. And there, Krishna's divine arrangement. Then I wanted to stay in the temple, and the temple president was Mr. Tejas. Anybody know Tejas?
Yeah.
Where he is from LA?
Well, he's American. I don't know. I'm not sure what part of the States he's from originally.
Yeah. But he started the center in New Delhi. So Tejas, you know, he didn't let me stay in the temple. He said, we don't know who you are. So then where to go now? It was evening time. The place where I was staying, it was very far. Then by divine arrangement, when Mataji came to the temple, first time she was brought by her maid servant. And maid servant was also a Christian girl. When she was brought there, and I happened to be there talking to the devotee, and she said, where you are going to stay? I said, hey, this is the thing. She said, I cannot keep you at my home because my husband is a drunkard, he drinks. But I can make your arrangement. First time she made my arrangement. So my neighbor is one house of NRI. He stays in Canada somewhere, house is empty. Only caretaker is there. So she arranged my staying there. And then caretaker, I asked him, what time you get up? He said, I get up 3 o'clock. I said, wake me up. I will get up and go to the temple. This way then I was going for 5-10 days. Then Prabhupada came there. When Prabhupada came, I was anxious to see him. But President refused, you cannot see him. Even the Prime Minister of India cannot meet him. So then I hide myself in one corner, you know. Evening time. The temple was on the first floor. There was open space, one rooftop. And when nobody was in Prabhupada's room, I ran into the room. And then this Prabhupada, I said, Swamiji, I want to surrender unto your lotus feet. This was my intuition. You understand intuition? He said, it's a good thing. He spoke to me in Hindi. But right now I'm tired. You can see me later on. And from here life started. Then Prabhupada came to Vrindavan, then we went to Vrindavan. Prabhupada came to Bombay, we came to Bombay. There Prabhupada's mercy started flowing. And once I was massaging him in Bombay. The devotee I met in the cotton shop, he was there in Bombay. He introduced me with Prabhupada. The Prabhupada is a nice Brahmin boy. I availed the opportunity. I said, Prabhupada, can I come and massage you? Yes, you can come. While I was massaging, we were talking. Sastru was Prabhupada's secretary. And Sastru thought that this boy is disturbing Prabhupada. He said, "Shh, don't shoot." But then he was sitting and watching. The Prabhupada was speaking, he was asking questions. Conversation, and Prabhupada said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Yogendra Kumar. From today onward, you are Nava Yogendra Das."
Ooh, just like that.
Then, few days, 3-4 days later, there was fire sacrifice. I sat in that sacrifice. And when name-giving ceremony came, Prabhupada said, "His name is already given." Babaji, when did he get the name? Then that day, Prabhupada gave me the Brahman initiation. First and second together, 74, 75 sannyas. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You understand? Keep on chanting and be happy. Any other question anybody has?
What are the things that kept you on the spiritual path?
Prabhupada's mercy.
Did Prabhupada give you any personal instruction?
Prabhupada, yes, he told me, go to Pakistan for preaching. Go to Fiji also for preaching. He has written some letters, few letters. You have that letter? One very important letter Prabhupada has written. You guys can see that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Can I read it out loud?
Yes.
My dear Nava Yogendra Das, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your Diwali card forwarded to me from Mayapur. So I have received reports that you are doing nicely there in Nairobi, making life members daily. So you are an experienced preacher, and this is to your eternal credit. If we can do something, even a little thing, in the service of Krishna in this life, then it is considered that this life is a success. So you are a sober, intelligent boy. You can understand our Krishna consciousness movement. Please work with continued enthusiasm, strictly following the chanting of 16 rounds daily, and Maya will never be able to touch you. I hope this meets you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And it's dated October 12, 1976.
Maya will never be able to touch you. See the blessings?
Yeah.
Many times Maya attacks, many times, so many times. So Prabhupada's mercy is very powerful. अभी क्या प्रोग्राम है? हैं? कौन सा? हैं? कौन सा? वही जो गाया हुआ है? शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन ते, आल सांवरी मेरे, करुणा सागर तेरा सहारा, करुणा जिसने पुकारा उसे तूने तारा, पुकारा मैं आया द्वारे तेरे, मैं नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा कोई नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, तुम दीन बंधु हितकारी, मैं दुखिया शरण तिहारी, काटो जन्म मरण के फेरे, काटो जन्म नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, मेरा कोई ना सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा कोई नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, विषयों के जाल में फंस कर, बंधो मोह पाश में फंस कर, बंधो पाश में कस कर, दुख पाए नाथ घनेरे, दुख पाए नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, हम दीनहीन संसारी, एक आशा नाथ तिहारी, तेरे चरण कमल के चेहरे, तेरे चरण नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, दिन रैन चैन नहीं आवे, एक तेरी याद सतावे, जग देख लिया बहु तेरे, जग नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, नंदलाल तुमने लाखों पापी तारे,
तुमने लाखों पापी तारे,
नहीं कुछ गुण दोष विचारे,
नहीं कुछ गुण दोष विचारे,
खड़ा भिक्षुक द्वारे तेरे, खड़ा भिक्षुक नंदलाल कंवरिया मेरे,
नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे,
निशिवासर ध्यान लगाऊं, तेरी पद रज शीश चढ़ाऊं,
तेरी पद रज शीश चढ़ाऊं,
गुण गाऊं सांझ सवेरे, गुण गाऊं सांझ सवेरे, नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे,
नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे,
भव सागर में अटक रहा हूँ, भव सागर में भटक, बीच भ्रमर में अटक रहा हूँ, बीच
भ्रमर में अटक रहा हूँ,
प्रभु बन के आ जाओ बेड़े, प्रभु बन के
आ जाओ
नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे, नंदलाल मेरा कोई न सहारा बिन तेरे, मेरा कोई न नंदलाल सांवरिया मेरे,
नंदलाल सांवरिया
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो नंदलाल भगवान की, बोलो मोर मुकुट बंसी वाले की। हरे कृष्ण। इसने बोला भजन और बड़ा हो गया, लंबा, अगला पेज।
नहीं मैं क्या देखो और तो नहीं रह गया।
अरे सुनो पाओ, मणिपुरी कहाँ गया? मणिपुर में क्या हो रहा है भाई अभी?
वार चल रहा है।
हैं?
वार
किस में?
हमारा कुकीज और बर्मी से जो लोग आए ना,
हैं?
बर्मी से जो कुकीज आए ना, और रिफ्यूजी में थे पहले।
अच्छा, बर्मा से?
वो लोग उधर रहने के बाद में जगह चालू कर, बहुत
अच्छा
साल से हैं, लेकिन जगह चालू कर
नहीं, बर्मा से आए वो?
तो पहले बर्मी से।
बर्मा से क्यों निकाल दिया उनको?
वो पूरा मेरे को इतना हिस्ट्री
अभी बहुत लोग मर गए हैं। तुम्हारे घर में सब ठीक है ना?
तो ठीक है, लेकिन सब चंचल में।
अच्छा,
सब प्रॉब्लम, सिविल वार हो सकता है।
अच्छा।
We're not sure yet.
ये कहाँ लुटुका में हो रहा है? कहाँ हो रहा है ये?
अजी?
ये कौन सी जगह? लुटुका नहीं?
मणिपुर।
हाँ।
मणिपुर, हमारा मणिपुर जो है बॉर्डर है म्यांमार से,
माइन अच्छा बर्मा का।
बर्मा।
हाँ
तो रिफ्यूजी का हिसाब से आया था वो लोग बहुत साल पहले, और उधर ही शरण दिया रहने का, देखिए द शेल्टर। बाद में बहुत साल रहने के बाद में अचानक वो लोग ने ड्रग प्रोड्यूस करना चालू किया उधर, ड्रग। तो चीफ मिनिस्टर लोग ने वो उनको पूरा डिस्ट्रॉय करने के लिए जला रहे थे। बाद में फिर क्या हुआ, उधर का शेल्टर ट्राइब है, शेल्टर पहले बहुत साल से बहुत पुराना शेल्टर ट्राइब था मणिपुर का। बाद में ये लोग ने